Welcome back, everybody, to the His and Hers podcast. As I look it up right now to tell you what episode this is, I shall have it for you shortly. Just give me a second. Wow, it has been a while since we posted. I had to go way back in my subscription box.
Yeah,
but this is actually episode 33.
Okay.
And I'm David Cisneros here with my beautiful wife, Nikki Glamour.
What's up, y'all? As
always, or most of the time, or sometimes.
Sometimes beautiful? You're mean.
No. We're here sometimes.
Oh.
No. Yeah, she's all right sometimes, I guess. I mean,
just depends. Yeah.
Depends on her mood, like what she's doing.
Depends on if she put makeup on or not.
Yeah, so as you can tell, for those watching on YouTube, we kind of had a upgrade, or not upgrade, but kind of remodeled our workspace.
Full upgrade, yeah.
It is. But the funny thing is, we actually had all this equipment originally.
Yeah.
When we bought the microphones, but the table that we had was just too small. So like the arm would have been like right here. It was just right in the line of vision. It's just super annoying.
This is actually really tight. We got some arms, some extension, some options, a little,
And it saves table space.
Yeah.
So we can do whatever, and I can have the controls right here.
Ooh.
Kind of a control freak.
Yeah, that's true.
Emphasis on freak.
Oh
yeah!
Wow. Okay. All right. That's how we playing it.
Act like you don't know. So, how have you been?
I've been okay.
Been okay.
Yeah, I've been okay.
Here, hold on. You got.
Do I have hot wing sauce?
You did enjoy those wings,
did
you? Let me see.
David made some wings that were really good. Oh, okay.
Make a wish. Make a wish.
You do it. It's your eyelash.
Did it go?
What'd you wish for?
I can't tell you because then it won't come true.
We're grown now.
It's been so long, I don't even remember what these buttons do.
Wow.
That's the one.
That's it.
Yeah, so I saw your video where you said that you were in a depression.
Yeah, in a depression.
Is that the proper terminology for
depression? You were in a depression. Like fucking 2008.
Like you're like you're a country.
Yeah.
So you were in a depression. How you doing now?
Our economy's booming again.
Business booming.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
I watched it. It's very. I don't think we've seen you like that before.
What, vulnerable?
Yeah, to that. On YouTube, I don't think I've seen you that vulnerable on YouTube ever.
No.
What was it like making that video? Because I had no idea that you were making that video.
No, I didn't talk to anybody.
I didn't even know until I saw it go live, and I was like, "Oh shit!" Yeah. I mean, I knew what you were going through, obviously, but I didn't know that you made that video or that you even made the decision to make that video. So, what was that like for you? To make a video, to step out of your comfort zone like that and make a video that raw?
It was actually really liberating.
Yeah?
Yeah. It was something that I don't know, just I couldn't explain why I wasn't myself, but I for sure wasn't. I can't stand making videos when I don't feel like myself.
Sure.
Because I come off as fake. Because I am faking my way through it because whatever it is that I'm going through, right?
But I think only you notice that.
No, dude. My Glamazons notice. The real true OGs, they do notice and they'll kind of call it out a little bit. And
okay.
So I just got tired of doing that. It was like a 2-year thing, man. Because our kids and just you don't feel like yourself. So I've been trying to figure out a way to kind of reconnect with my audience, with my Glamazons, with my my home skillets. And I guess the first piece.
Well, you're both growing up.
Yeah, we're both growing up. And also you don't really make a best friend until you're vulnerable with them, And so I knew, I might get some flack. I might be called weak. I might, maybe. But at least the people that actually give a fuck about me or what I do or whatever have been with me for years. I don't want them to feel the way that I felt, which was you can't feel your emotions without being labeled as weak or you can't handle shit or emotional or whatever. And it turns out a lot of people feel that way. Yeah. Where they don't even like talking about what they're feeling or how overwhelmed they are or what exactly they're going through because they feel like they're going to be judged. Tell me not, if you expose your weaknesses, you know, it's cardinal rule number 1 to being a thug. Don't expose your weaknesses, you know?
Yeah, thugs don't cry.
Thugs don't cry.
Yeah.
But I can't live that way anymore. And also it's just not healthy for me to like try to pass that on. So I was like, well, you know, I just got to let the chips fall where they may and just be like, hey, bitch, I haven't been the same. My content has been kind of me. You know, it's like when Eminem like admitted that his album was me.
Which one?
When his relapse album. Oh. He was like, my relapse album was me.
Which actually, when I go back and listen to Relapse, that album is actually really good.
It was actually one of my
everything
favorites.
After Relapse is
Okay, yeah.
I was like, So Relapse is probably like his last good album.
I had to, you know, just kind of be like, I really wanted to like hit the reset button pretty much. Like,
yeah,
okay, I'm trying to get on solid ground now. But yeah, it's okay to have those moments. And it took a long time. It was like a really dark spot for a really long time, whether it be because of like pregnancy or the pandemic. Yeah, and I know that the pandemic affected everyone.
Oh yeah.
How did it affect you? How are you?
The pandemic it wasn't too hard on me because I kind of got a break from work and got to come home and work, and then I had it. Then when I was getting tired of being at home all the time, then I went back to the office. But I really didn't want to go back into the office.
You
because
were sorry. Hold on. Can you pause for a second? I'm sorry.
Take your time. You good?
Yeah, I think. I'm trying to get it to where like I'm not like leaning. Okay,
you gotta scoot in.
I am.
Look at how far away from the table you are. There you go. Oh my God.
I'm sorry.
Look, you can do this. And then you do this. And then you do that. Better?
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
I got it. I got it. I'm sorry.
So, yeah, obviously, I was mad for obvious reasons to go back into the office because, like, nothing really changed. Like, there's no vaccines or anything like that when I had to go back. So I was obviously pretty pissed. But yeah, the pandemic, I think, was hard for a lot of people to deal with. Definitely in that aspect, it changed a lot. One of the things, though, in your video that was very surprising to me that you talked about was actually the idea that maybe you were infertile.
Yeah.
And there are quite a few influencers that deal with that publicly, but you never did.
No.
Knowing that you weren't infertile, obviously.
Yeah.
Did that make it easier to talk about it? And if it came to be and was confirmed that you were infertile, would you have ever come out publicly with it?
To answer your first question, I feel like yes, it is a little bit easier for me to talk about now that I know that I can't have kids. I've had my
now
children.
you can't stop having kids. Yeah,
exactly.
I had to get a vasectomy.
You can't look at me without getting
you're just
pregnant.
popping them out all of a sudden. You're going back to back like you're Drake. Okay, I don't know what the fuck.
Yeah. I think that part was easier. Now, when I was in the mindset of like we couldn't have kids,
right?
I know myself. I definitely would have come forward. Like if I feel like something is gonna benefit somebody else, especially something like that, because like now I know just at least the feeling and the scary moment of the realization that you may not be able to have kids.
Yeah.
And also, like, my doctors at the time, they didn't give me a whole lot of hope. It was just like, well, you know.
Yeah, the doctors were kind of like, I don't know.
Yeah, like, maybe you can't. Like, one of them was like, you know, maybe you can't have kids because
they're like 1 + 1 should equal 2.
Dude, she was like, how long have you guys been together? So I told her, and by this point it was like 5 years. Yeah. And she was like, unprotected? I said, yeah. And she was like, you don't have any birth control? I said, no. And she was like, oh.
Like basically, as soon as we got engaged, like a year later, that's when we had or conceived Ezra.
Yeah.
Which, you know, family tradition. I gotta conceive all my children out of wedlock.
Oh,
I mean,
shit. Mila was conceived.
Mila was conceived and born in wedlock.
Yeah.
Ezra was half and half.
Halfsies. Yeah. We were already married by the time he entered the world.
Yeah, so, you know, and obviously I was made and born out of wedlock.
Oh,
but I don't even think my dad was legally old enough to get married when he had
dude, he wasn't. He totally wasn't.
Yeah, that motherfucker was young as shit.
Yeah.
I don't even think the motherfucker had a driver's license.
How old was your dad when he had you?
I think he was like 16. He was about to be 17.
Damn.
Yeah, he was young. Me and my dad almost the same age.
What you mean?
Remember on Don't Be a Menace to South Central while drinking juice where he's older than his dad? I was like, damn, I get that.
I remember when I first met your parents and I was like, wait a minute. Like, they were like in their mid 30s when I met them.
Yeah, they
like,
were.
so young. And my mom was already in her 40s. And then, like, my mom was like, wait a minute, how old are his parents? And, like, you're all older than me. And she was like, oh, okay.
Yeah, they're my parents are young. My mom, my biological mother is actually 3 years older than my dad.
Yeah, but she looked hella young, so I get it.
Yeah, but my dad back in the day, he had like this weird. He's like one of those 14-year-olds that had like a full mustache.
Yeah.
But he had like that police mustache / like pedo like mustache. So he kind of looked like the pervert.
Yeah.
Because my mom looked young as shit.
Yeah.
So
your mom looked hella young.
So somehow my mom was 3 years older than him, and he looked like the pervert in the situation. Shit's crazy.
You know,
like
it's
that.
so weird. My mom was 3 years older than my dad too.
Oh, really?
Yeah, but they didn't start messing around until they were like grown.
Oh.
Like they were in their 20s.
That don't count.
They were in their 20s for sure.
I'm 3 years older than you.
Yeah, you're 3 years old. But at least I'm not the girl that's 3 years older than you.
Oh yeah, that's true.
You know, like.
Yeah, I couldn't never really date older women because I don't think, like, when I was younger, I looked super young.
Yeah, I know.
So older women, I just don't think they really took an interest in me. Anyway,
did you ever try with an older woman?
No.
Why?
Because there was nothing like. No, they would like try to adopt me or some shit.
So let me. So you're because you were 22 when you met me, and I was 19.
Right. You thought I had a fake ID to get in the
But you didn't think it was weird that like you were interested in a 19-year-old?
You told me you were 20.
Well, but then literally like 2 days later, I told you that I was 19.
So basically, after I found love with you, you're like, oh,
and basically after it was 2 days.
That's all it took. That was enough. That was enough.
I was like, and if it's an issue, I completely understand. I gave you a whole ass out.
Okay.
And you said
okay. After we fall in love, you're like, if you want out, you can. Over 365 days is all due.
Look, okay.
Wait, not even because I mean, you were what? I guess you're about like 6 months away from being.
Yeah.
You were 19 and a half.
Whatever makes you feel better, okay? But yeah, you know, our parents are crazy. Your parents are definitely crazy.
Oh yeah, no, I know.
And then you know, you became a young dad too.
I did.
Followed in the footsteps.
Yeah, it's crazy now because I'm like, Jillian's gonna go into high school soon. Mm-hmm. I'm like, oh my God.
I know. We were just talking about that today.
I'm like, man, my dad seemed so old when I was that age.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's because he just like looked older.
Shut up.
He kind of looks older.
No, I just think it just is. It's nature.
But I was like, damn, this motherfucker's old. He's only 16 years older.
I know, and I remember thinking the same thing about my mom when I was Julian's age. Like, golly, you're old.
But to be honest, like I think our parents' generation, I think they are older than what they seem. If that makes sense.
They're older than what they seem.
Because I feel like the age difference between Julian and I is the same as my dad and I, pretty much. Maybe like give or take a year. It is.
Your dad was 16. You were like almost 19.
Oh yeah, that's true.
You know,
true.
like this is different.
So even then, like I don't feel like Julian views me as like this ancient old man.
God, I hope not.
Maybe that's just because I'm cool.
Yeah, you are a really cool dad.
I'll try to be.
You are a very cool dad. You're the type of dad that I would want.
Oh, thank you, baby. That's sweet.
Oh, honey. I be thinking that all the time.
Nah, you crazy.
It's
you crazy. Nah, you know, I try, but like I don't feel like this old ass man.
No, he like actually likes talking to you. Like you understand what he's talking about. Like as far as like social media influencers, YouTubers. Like we're in the know about these things. So like we kind of get some cool points with him.
Yeah, Julian's at an age now where I'm like, you know what? Yeah, all right.
Yeah. And, you know, it makes me also like feel really proud of myself because, like, you know, I be watching TikTok. He be watching TikTok. Yeah. And like then he'll talk to me and be like, Mom, have you seen this TikTok? And I'm like, yeah, it was on my For You page too because like I understand. Like, did I see this TikTok? We got the same types of TikToks, okay?
Do you know how much time I spend on TikTok every day?
For real. I be trying to be like, okay, I'm just going to limit it to like 10 minutes.
Yeah, good luck with that.
Right.
Crazy thing with TikTok is I won't be on it all day. And then I'll be like, damn, I haven't been on TikTok all day. And then like I'll just go on it for like a minute. And then an hour's gone.
A minute.
Yeah, and then an hour's gone. I'm like, God damn it.
Dude, I'm trying to get more into TikTok. I'm just like, I don't know, nervous.
Get more like post on TikTok?
Yeah. But like when I do it, I have fun. People enjoy it. Like I get, you know, followers and, you know, it's really cool. It's a cool platform. I'm just like, what the fuck do I do? So I think I'm going to start doing like really quick, like get ready with me story times. Just like something quick, you know, because you can film up to like a 3-minute video on there now.
Oh, can you?
Yeah.
How many followers do you need for that?
I don't know.
Because I don't have that. So you can't.
Shut up. I think it's on the upgrade. Have you upgraded your app?
I'm sure. But I don't post on there, so I don't know.
You should, because your TikToks are actually really funny.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
I have some ideas for them, but then the idea of filming them, it's a lot of work.
It's kind of intimidating.
And we're already doing a lot, so.
I know. But it's fun, though, and it really is a creative outlet. And also, I'm starting to find out more of my news on TikTok.
And you know what's funny? Like, there'll be people that'll be like, TikTok sucks. TikTok's this. TikTok sucks. I'm like, TikTok only sucks because, I mean, TikTok is what you want, like what you make it out to be.
You are a boring person.
If you think TikTok sucks, it's because you just have shitty taste.
Yeah,
like,
for sure.
That's like, on you.
It's literally tailored to you, man.
TikTok probably has the best algorithm out of all of them. Oh yeah,
like I love their algorithm, but also it like makes me very cognizant of like what I'm looking at. So I'm like, if I look at this for too long, it's going to show me more of this and I really don't want to, you know what I mean? Yeah. So like shit, I'll like ignore it if I really don't like it. Cause I know that it's
what are you looking at?
Paying attention to what, cause like it'll like show you, go ahead, please do it. You and I basically have the same TikTok.
That's true. Cause I'll hear your TikTok. I'm like, I already saw that one.
I know. And then like, you'll send me something and I'm like, yeah, I already know. Like,
yeah, my bad. God damn, my bad. Okay.
But like also that, you know, that's the crazy part though, is that like I understand like some of these dramas in these relationships nowadays, babe, because like the algorithm is so specific that like if you're hanging out with your boyfriend or your girlfriend and you're like look over their shoulder and they're on TikTok and there's just like a bunch of like ass shaking or like a bunch of dudes that like, you know, are just with their shirt off or something, you know, that your person has just been looking at that shit.
Sometimes my TikTok be getting way too Mexican for me. I'm like, what the fuck? Like this
knows you.
This is like deep Mexico. Like, bro, I'm just Chicano. Like, I'm not. Yeah, it's this like level
he likes tacos and burritos. Like,
man. This is a whole different crazy level.
He has nothing but like tacos, burritos, grilling, and like construction and skits.
It is. That's all. And then like educational shit. Like, I want like,
dude, I have a bunch of conspiracy shit, and so do you.
Yeah, I do. What'll happen to me is I'll see a video about like, all right, I was watching this one guy, I forget his name, and he was going over the evolution of humans.
Yeah.
And it was like, I went to his page, I spent like 40 minutes watching in like 1 minute increments of watching the evolution of human beings from like 100 million years ago.
I feel you, because you know what I fell into the other night? Mermaids.
Like mermaids. Luca?
Mermaids, like Ariel. No, I'm just kidding. No, like actual mermaids in different parts of the world, and like people's. Don't even like you don't believe mermaids. I feel aliens are real. You don't believe that there are beings that live under the water now
that are human-esque?
Yes, humanoids. Is that what they're called?
Humanoids.
Yeah. Come on.
No.
Disrespectful. But I was like down the same thing. I was like up until like 3 o'clock in the morning listening to like urban legends of like mermaids.
Really?
Yeah, like the different types of mermaids and the different, like, you know, oceans and specific to certain parts of the world. Yeah. And you know what? It's like, it's the same thing. There's so many different cultures and so many different, you know, different people that know about mermaids, and they never spoke to one another. They all have the same tale.
Really?
Yes.
I'm gonna have to do some more research. We should do a video on mermaids. I think we talked about that before.
I would love to do a video on mermaids.
I would like to know, because I don't know anything about it. Yeah. I don't know anything about mermaids. I never really looked into it.
I just feel like the whole ocean as a whole is very sus, and like I literally have no doubt in my mind that there is some crazy shit down there. Like I am literally scared of the ocean. I'm terrified.
As you should be.
That is, and then you know what else? When we went to North Carolina and you and I took off, we snuck out of his the beach house that we were in with his parents. So we snuck out.
Yeah, and Outer Banks.
We went, to Outer Banks, and we went to the beach at night. And it was the scariest shit I had ever seen.
Yeah, because they don't have like street lights on the beach.
No, there's no lights out there at all. Just darkness, and you just hear the ocean like crashing. And then when we finally turned our lights on, there was a bunch of like little crabs on the sand, and they were like all running out of our way. They were like,
yeah, and like
so I was like, oh shit!
And like the jellyfish will come up and shit.
Yeah, they get like really close. Mm-hmm. Man, it is so scary. It's just pitch dark.
The darkness by the ocean, like if you're on a beach, it's just the darkness is like heavy, like it's like thick, like you can almost touch the darkness.
It's crazy, and I just can't even imagine being stuck out in the ocean or something when it's that dark.
Oh, you can't even see this. I mean, maybe out there you have like the moonlight.
I mean, the moon was out. Well, we could not see not a damn thing.
Yeah, that is true.
I remember. And then it just freaked me out that the minute that we turned on the light, the crabs were just...
I mean, on Moana, she can see at night on the ocean.
Yeah, that's true. But, you know, I'm not Moana, and neither are you. Jellyfish don't like you very much.
They try to get me.
Nah, but...
They try to Steve Irwin me.
Oh, dude, speaking of the ocean, there's a fucking fire in the ocean.
Oh, yeah, that pipeline burst. Huh?
Yeah.
That should look like the apocalypse.
What was it, the Gulf of Mexico?
Yeah. Yeah.
That was the craziest shit I had ever seen. Like, how is water on fire?
That's what I was tripping out. But I guess if it's oil, I mean, oil and water don't mix.
That's true.
So it makes sense.
That was the craziest shit I had ever seen. Like, I was like... Yeah,
that shit looks like straight up, like, out of the box. Like, man, okay.
Here we go. We're getting stubborns.
All right, so... If you're like Hispanic or anything like that, you know that everything, especially since I was a kid, like everything that happens on the news is a sign of the times.
Oh, yeah.
Like Revelations.
Yeah.
Like I remember when 9/11 happened, I went upstairs. My stepmom was like, you know, watching TV. Mm-hmm. And it was early in the morning. And I was like, because we're on mountain time. So they're like 2 hours ahead of us in New York. And I had no idea what's going on. She's like, oh, my God, this is the end times. This is the end. Jesus, come back. I'm like, shit. Oh my God, you said this on Y2K.
Yeah, that's true.
Everything is Jesus coming back.
Yep.
The sign of the times.
Or the rapture. You remember the rapture?
Yeah. So I'm just like, I hope my stepmom did not see that, because all I know is 2001, 2002 version of her. She would have been locked herself in a church.
Dude, it's funny because my mom like went out and partied the hardest for Y2K. Yeah, like my mom was that one that was like, well, I mean, I guess like if it's gonna be the last time, we might as well make it worth it.
She's all turned. She's like, DJs ain't gonna be able to DJ after tomorrow.
Right. Y2K was crazy. But yeah, my family was the same way. Grandma and my aunts, like, you know, they believed in the same thing. But like they had me very anxious. Like at any second we could just disappear and only our clothes will be left behind. And if you left behind, you left behind in the rapture. And so that means you're gonna suffer for 7 years. Yeah. And then like my grandma would have me watch movies about it, you know, like the rapture. And so I was like, what? Now I gotta be worried about y'all just disappearing out of nowhere? Like, the fuck? I would be so mad.
I would have looked at my family like, I don't think any of us are going anywhere. So, we're not going to know until we actually...
Until the time is actually here with the trumpets and the clouds, okay?
Yeah, maybe I don't even think one of us is going. We're gonna have to pay some dues. Yeah. But I did see that video, and that shit is crazy. That shit looks like it looked like a video game when I saw it.
Man, I like felt bad for like all the marine life, and
there were like boats like kind of just near it, but kind of not, just kind of like watching it.
Yeah, crazy, right?
Get away from there!
Like
that's a spiral of fire in the ocean.
That's crazy.
It's like a fire tornado. It's like a fire hurricane. Just get out of there.
Did you imagine all the animals that are like so fucking confused in the ocean? They're like, what the fuck is this? Like, they've never even seen fire.
You don't think they've seen fire?
No. They're in the ocean.
What about volcanoes underneath the ocean?
I feel like that's a little different than like actual fire.
Still hot. That doesn't count? That doesn't count?
I don't know. The way that it was, shoot, I don't know. I don't think so.
Oh, baby.
Baby. How was I supposed to know?
You know what's funny?
Something wasn't right, yeah.
When I was working in construction, I would always sing that song just to get it stuck in other people's head.
Man, you really did important work.
I did.
Yeah, you really did.
I told you I was important.
You kept morale up, man.
I did. I had a job. And
outside of your job description.
And people were like, God damn it. Because here's the thing, all right? People act like they don't know that song. But then when you sing it, like all these.
Will they finish it?
I'm telling you, every single time I would like sing like like a piece of it. You know what I mean?
Okay, give me an example.
I'd be like, oh baby, how was I supposed to know?
No.
or how's the chorus go like, da da. How you want it to be. So I would like sing some parts of it, right?
Yeah.
Or like I'll sing the beginning part, and then construction workers singing Britney Spears is hilarious.
Dude, that sounds like so much fun.
Because it would get stuck in their head, and then like 30 minutes later they'd be like, show me. I'm like, I didn't even sing that part. Like, God damn it. I'm like, yeah.
So you already know it's
yeah, you like Britney Spears.
Dude, everybody loves Britney Spears. You know what was going on with her conservatorship, man. Have you heard about that?
I know a little bit. I mean,
it is so fucking sad.
I wanna watch what is it, Free Britney?
Yeah.
On Netflix?
Yeah.
We still haven't watched it.
Yeah, I have to watch that.
But I do want to watch it.
No, I just heard the testimony from her.
Yeah, I've read bits and pieces of it, and from what I can tell, and I don't know everything, but that shit's heartbreaking.
Right?
Like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
I didn't even know, like, that could happen to people.
You know, and, like, I really needed to teach myself about conservatorships.
Yeah.
What that means and for whom it's intended. Mm-hmm. But, like...
Who is it intended for?
You know, just, like, people that aren't able to make their own decisions when it comes, like, financially speaking and, like, even medically. But like
somebody that's incapacitated
or may not be mentally able to do so, like, depending on, like, psych evaluations. Like, that's the type of conservatorship that Britney is under right now. And so she has psych evaluations that she's had in the past, but, like, she feels like she's done enough of them. So now she's kind of like, I don't want to keep participating in these evaluations. But, like, depending on how you perform on those evaluations, I mean, it can really determine whether or not you're in need of a conservatorship.
See, from, like, what I can kind of see is it seems like just people taking advantage of her.
Oh, yeah. That's
kind of what it looks like to me. I mean, because I read the story where she was trying to, like, plead her case to get her, I think it was her IUD taken out. Like, she didn't even have control over that.
No. An IUD is like a form of birth control.
Right.
So, and it, like, you know, is inserted into you, and then, you know, it helps you not get pregnant. So in her testimony, she was saying that she didn't have control whether or not she was going to have the IUD, and she wanted to take it out. She didn't have the ability to make that decision to take it out because she wants to have more kids with her now boyfriend, or I think it's her fiance.
Yeah.
But she's not allowed to make that decision, and it's just, like, really sad. But, like, also at the same time, she's having to work, like, a lot. like a shit ton.
That's what I'm saying. Like if she's good enough to work, like she should be good enough
like going on tours and like not having any breaks.
Did she have a residency in Vegas?
I feel yes.
Does she still or she don't no more?
I don't think she does anymore.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I mean, if she's good enough to work, then she's good enough.
And like just working her ass off, and then having control time with her boyfriend, having control time with her kids. Like it's just crazy to me, man. And
they're like drug addicts and shit that get more leeway than that.
Dude, for real, like have more say in their life. You
know? Which is crazy because the Broncos owner, or ex-owner, he passed away like a couple years ago.
Oh yeah,
he had Alzheimer's, and he was diagnosed in like 2006, and then in 2009, one of his employees, like his right-hand man, Joe Alice, convinced him to redo his like succession plan for the team and pretty much sign all control and power over to him.
Oh shit.
So he convinced this old man with Alzheimer's to just like give me control of the whole thing. And the Broncos are like still embroiled in that shit right now. It's like some crazy Game of Thrones shit. But
it is. That's exactly what it sounds like.
So the Broncos owner, Pat Bowlen, he has like 7 kids from like 2 different women. And then there's like a random love child thrown in there.
Okay.
So
is it interesting? Shake things up a bit.
So like Joe Alice is like pretty much like Littlefinger. And he's like literally trying to groom one of the younger daughters to take the spot to be the owner.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. She's kind of like the Sansa of... I'm telling you.
Not the Sansa of Game of Thrones.
So like this guy, he's been like the acting owner of the team for going over like 6 years now.
Oh, wow.
And there's no end in sight to it. There's no... And they upheld the trust that was pretty much created by this old man with Alzheimer's 2 years after he was diagnosed with Alzheimer's, and they pretty much upheld that trust. And it's just weird, like how some people are fit to make decisions, but then some people aren't.
Yeah, that's a really good comparison.
Seems very arbitrary and very
like
it depends on the interests of the people. Like like this guy had a lot to gain. Him and these 2 other trustees, they had a lot to gain from slow playing and not naming an owner, picking the youngest daughter to groom forever so you can just continue milking this bank account.
Insane.
And that's pretty much what I feel like what they're doing to Britney Spears. They're just kind of milking her. Just from the information that I've gathered, it's like they're just milking her. She's just it's
also kind of confusing because her father's name is Jamie and then her sister's name is Jamie.
Yeah, I noticed that too. What a weirdo. What if we named Mila David?
I guess it would be like the equivalent of if you were named Alex and we named Mila Alexandra and she was Alex as well. Because Jamie could be for, a guy or a girl.
I guess.
So like in the news, whenever they're like, oh, Jamie, I'm like, is this the dad? Is this the sister? But there are so many TikToks where people are like, let me see Jamie on the streets. And they're actually talking about her sister because they feel like her sister isn't like doing anything to help her or like stand up for her or bring awareness,
So she Jamie Jr.? Like how does
Jamie
that work?
Lynn Spears
Jr.? Second?
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah. Yeah, you got to be a crazy person to have your daughter be a junior.
Right? You're a junior.
Well, yeah.
I'm surprised nobody called you junior. Like in my family, we would have probably called you junior. Nah. Or it's either junior or baby so-and-so. Like whoever the baby daddy was, it was like baby so-and-so. Like my cousin Chris, it was baby Chris all his life because his dad was Chris.
My family would call me like Little David.
Oh, like Little David.
Like my cousins, they would just call me Slavib, which is like David, but with like some fake Arabic twist on it.
Why?
I don't know.
Where did that originate? Just explain.
I don't know. My cousin Trent came up with it. He was like Slavib, and I'm like, and they just call me that forever.
I've never heard them call you that. I saw Felicity, your sister, write it on like a vodka bottle for you.
Yeah. Yep.
Of which we still have.
Yeah, like if we see my cousin Trent, he would probably call me that right now. Shlavi, yeah.
That's
so it's either Little David or that.
Oh, okay.
Like my grandma Susie, she calls me Little David still.
Yeah, I know.
I'm like,
or they call you Little Dave.
Nah, nobody says Little Dave.
Dave, I've literally
people
heard
at work. People at work have said that. People at work will say that.
I'll be like, wait.
But no, my family they don't call me Dave. They'll say Little David.
Yeah,
I'm like, hold up. First of all, I'm like way taller than my dad, so we need to reassess this name situation.
You need to calm down. You gotta go out your dad. That is super weird to like be taller than your parents. I don't know what that's like. My mom is tall as fuck.
Your mom is pretty tall. Your mom's probably taller than my dad.
She is taller than your dad.
Ooh. Yeah, I think she is. Actually,
she noticed that the last time they were around each other, and she was like, "Wait a minute."
Dang, that is
hold up. Yeah,
that is true. I don't know what happened to me. You know what's funny though is I actually get the height from my dad's side, so that's kind of funny.
Okay, so like if we were to guess, I feel like Julian's gonna be pretty tall. I feel like Julian's gonna be about your height.
I hope so. I hope he's as tall as me, or if not taller. Because if he's a little bit taller than me, that means he's over 6 feet tall.
Yeah.
So I mean, good for him.
Now, what do you think about Ezra?
Ezra will be tall, I think.
You think?
Yeah. I think he'll be as tall as me, if not taller.
People have speculated that he's going to be about your dad's height.
I don't even know how they. No.
Just because it's a part of your genetics.
I mean, that's a possibility for sure.
Look, I'm short, but I don't come from like short people. Like everyone around me is hella tall, like uncomfortably tall. Like my mom's tall, my dad was tall, my brother's tall, my uncle's tall.
How tall was your dad?
My dad was 6 foot at least.
So like a little bit taller than me?
Yeah.
Okay.
My brother is 6'3". My mom is 5'9".
Yeah.
And all of my other cousins, Anthony, Angelo, they're at least 6'1", 6'2". Yeah. None of them are below 6 foot except for my cousin Chris.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Out of all of my boy cousins, literally all of them, not even exaggerating, they're at least 6'1", no less.
I think I'm the tallest out of my cousins.
Yeah, I know.
And I'm 5'11". I'm almost 6 feet tall.
Yeah.
I'm pretty close.
Yeah, you're pretty close. Yeah. You know, you kissing it.
Like, I'm not short at all.
Nah.
I mean, it's weird. I mean, I can sometimes be the tallest guy in the room, or I might be the shortest.
Hey, you know, I feel that way. I'm 5'3", and like in some scenarios, I feel hella short.
Oh yeah.
But in other scenarios, I'm like, you know what? I'm pretty average.
Yeah, like if I'm around like other Mexicans and shit, I'm like, yeah, I feel tall as fuck right now. Like once I go around like a bunch of white dudes and shit, I'm just like, God damn, this motherfucker's tall. Why are you guys so tall?
Or like when you went home to Dallas with me,
like motherfucker's 6'4".
He was at my Christmas gathering with my grandma's house.
You know how mad
my brother walks in, he's like fucking 6'3". My uncle walks in, he's like 6'2". Then I take him to the mall. There's like a bunch of tall ass people. David turned to me, he was like, "What y'all be fucking drinking here? Like what y'all be eating? Like why are these
for real
dudes fucking ginormous?"
I wasn't even like grown men being tall as hell. I was like, okay, like that's cool. Like,
yeah, but whatever. Like fucking like 11-year-olds.
Yeah, but then you see like middle schoolers and they're like 6'2", and you're like, what the fuck? What's going on here?
Yeah.
What is going on?
No, seriously, it is on a whole different level.
It is. Like, it is crazy.
Tall people come from Texas. I'm just saying, everything is bigger. They really took that.
I really think it has to do with what you guys eat.
Maybe.
I really do.
What's in our milk?
You guys, it has to be be the diet. It has to be.
Well, I guess I didn't get enough of it. I guess
not you. Yeah, because you moved. So. I mean, there you go.
I sipped on the Denver.
Your brother stayed in Texas and he got tall as shit, and then you moved, and now
I moved when I was 12. Boop. My brother was 6 foot by the time he was 12. You know, so I'm just short. My grandma was short. So I know Mila's gonna be short. They told me that when I was pregnant with her that she was going to be petite and little.
Yeah, she probably will be.
Yeah. And that's because of your mama too.
Yeah, I don't think she
You have a really... Okay, David's mom is below 5 foot, okay?
Yeah, she's...
So his
like
mom is
maybe?
so little. And then I'm, 5'3". So Mila's going to be... I think she's going to be a little short thing.
Yeah. I mean, there's some hope. Your mom's pretty tall. My Aunt Pat is like 5'10", 5'11".
Yeah, but your Aunt Pat is your aunt, you know?
My cousin Julie's like, she's like 5'11".
Yeah. Well, I think she's taller than that, yo.
Yeah, she might be.
I think she's like at least
Julie,
6 foot.
Julie, how tall are you?
Don't ask her that.
Julie, tall
What's
as
the
fuck.
matter with you? She looks like a fucking supermodel.
She's tall as fuck.
When we were out in New York, I was like, okay, Julie, like she was like a fucking
But you got some nerve wearing heels.
Shut up. I know. You over there talking shit to her. I was like, whatever.
Some nerve. But like,
she's so much
man,
fun.
she got everything. First of all, she's like badass on the piano.
Yeah.
She's like badass on the piano.
Mm-hmm. She's hella smart.
She graduated from Brown University. She's an attorney. She lives in San Diego. Has a crazy big ass house in San Diego. Like, man, she got it going on, man.
Definitely an idol for sure. And she's getting married.
Hey, yeah, congratulations.
Yes.
So, yeah, no, Julie's amazing.
Dude, she's getting married. Your sister Alex is getting married.
Yes, Alex actually texted me today. She's like, "Have you started writing anything for the ceremony?"
Ooh.
I was like, "No, not yet." I was like, "But I know you don't want it to be like super religious, right?" She's like, "No, we want it to be funny." Okay.
Okay.
I think I could do that.
But like, I'm gonna have a conversation with you, okay?
With me?
Yes.
About what? I'm not gonna embarrass her. Is that what you're gonna say?
From little sister to little sister.
I'm not gonna embarrass. I'm not a monster.
I understand that it's y'all's place to be the big brother, and I get it.
I'm not gonna do that.
But I am asking on behalf of Alex to refrain on the day of her wedding.
I'm not gonna do that. She already texted me. She's like, "Please don't embarrass me." I was like, "Yeah." I was like, "Why? I'm not gonna embarrass you on your wedding day. What's wrong with you?"
Because we don't trust y'all. Sometimes, but like, okay, as I got older, my brother is like a lot more sweet with me. It's crazy because when we were kids, he was so like, ruthless. But as I've gotten older, like at our wedding, so sweet, like so. Oh, like he made me cry multiple times. Didn't make fun of me not one time. It was the weirdest thing. Yeah. So like Alex doesn't know anything else from you besides you making fun of her. And like, she brought it up to me.
Did I make fun of her?
Yeah. And she was like, can you just like talk to David? And like, cause like I just don't want to make you fun of me. And like, I get it, it's her wedding day. You cannot, David.
That never even crossed my mind.
Why do I not believe you right now?
I would not make fun of her. What kind of heartless monster do you guys think I am?
I just think like it's not about you being heartless. You're a comedian.
But like, there's a time and a place. Like,
yeah, well,
there's like, I'll make fun of her at her funeral, but I'm not gonna make fun of her at her wedding.
Well, David's going to be officiating his sister's wedding.
I'm going to be officiating it. Yeah. So, big mistake. I'm just kidding.
I think this is going to be a great wedding. I'm so excited.
No, yeah, of course I'll write something. I mean, I don't have to just be insulting to be funny. I mean, I could write something wholesome and heartfelt and get a laugh.
All right. I'm going to hold you to that. The wedding's in September.
Laugh.
You better hurry up and get prepared.
Like one time Alex pooped in the bathtub.
Okay, y'all ain't gotta go there. All right, because if you try to share a story like that, I'll share stories about you too. I'll come to her defense quick, fast, and in a hurry.
Last week David pooped in the bathtub too. It's not fair.
Got skid marks in the sheets and shit.
You telling this in front of all my friends?
All my friends? You say this in front of my friends?
I'm just kidding. I didn't poop in the bathtub last week.
Not last week. No, I'm just kidding.
It was 2 days ago.
Hey, before we go, because this has been a great fucking episode.
It's funny because every episode, Nikki and I get together and we're like, "What the fuck are we gonna talk about? What are we gonna talk about?" And I'm like, "I don't know. Just calm down. We'll just go downstairs and we'll just fucking talk." We didn't talk about anything that we brought up.
Well, I'm about to because I actually want your response to it. Okay,
please do.
So there's this dude,
right?
I think you know about him.
I think I know which guy you're talking about.
Do you know his name?
The New Jersey guy?
That Edward dude?
Edward Cagney Matthews?
Yes. Okay. Did you hear about this?
Yeah.
Okay, basically in a nutshell, I found out about this story on TikTok, as I do all of my news. And it's about this dude, and he was like harassing his neighbors, like just fucking hurling racial slurs.
Yeah, this guy was out of his mind.
So he says all this, and then he goes on a rant to literally dox himself.
Yeah,
and he fucking gave out his address and was like, "This is where I live. You know, come through, come see me, bring whoever you want." So this was filmed on a Saturday. It was posted on a Sunday. By Monday, there was over 100 protesters outside his house.
Yeah. For those not familiar with the story, he was in front of not his apartment, but it looked like an apartment of a nearby neighbor's house, and the neighbors are black, and he's like this fat white guy, and he's holding his phone because the guy pushed him because he was like all up this. Yeah, like he said this. And the guy pushed him because he's like straight up on like his porch. Well,
yeah, and it actually wasn't his porch. It was another guy's porch that was a part of the HOA. So this dude Edward,
either way, he was like super close to that guy.
This dude Edward was going over there to fight with him about some like HOA shit and like just really being redundant, ridiculous. And this dude,
I don't know what
was
the
like
argument,
trying to keep him from going inside that house, and so they kind of got into it. But
I don't know what the argument is, but I don't even need to know what the argument was, because like the reaction that this guy had was beyond like the line.
It was some disgusting shit coming out of his mouth too.
Bro, I couldn't believe the shit he was saying. Like, look.
Why can't I press charges? I have no jurisdiction here. I'm going to talk whoever I want. Exactly. If you want to get involved in this, you know what happened to the last one? I know what you did.
To the last one?
Windows.
Who's that?
Dude,
yeah.
Fuck.
Cookie's windows got shot out with a shotgun. I don't care. 222s to their fucking front face.
I do not care.
In Cherry Hill,
I don't care.
Her daughter got smashed.
Exactly.
Is that what you want? No. And you want to know where I was when all this happened?
I don't care.
At work.
I don't care.
I don't care where you are.
At morgue. Just like I told the Mount Laurel police, get these fucking out of here, and you can't do shit.
Jesus
that's
Christ, man.
Shit.
Like, clearly this guy's trying to...
Gramercy Way, that's where I live. Come fucking see me.
But clearly this guy's trying to scare this guy.
So you were real comfortable, so get me on video so you know what you see. Bring whoever.
Ew. What the fuck?
What?
Not him and his fucking dusty loafers.
Hey, hold on. Why are you back over here? Well, somebody called me. Someone called you. It's private property. You have no jurisdiction here whatsoever.
He's talking to a cop like this, by the way.
Hold up.
Hold on.
Does he have Chinese lettering on his legs?
Go talk to these fucking. Go ahead.
Ooh, no.
Fuck you. Go talk to the. Let them know what I'm all about and what their fucking rights they have.
All right. You want to go back to your house? I'll come back to you.
No, I'll stay right here. It's common property.
Okay.
Do you want to go back to your house?
Bro, I feel like this cop is way too patient with him.
Nah, dude. It was like the way he
was like calling him by name too.
Yeah, exactly. Like they knew him.
Yeah, he's way too patient.
They were like,
for my
come on
liking.
now, like like just go back to your house. We'll talk to you in a minute.
Yeah, he's like
he's their like a fucking alcoholic cousin that constantly acts out. And they're like, come on, like don't do this again.
Finding me and threatening me while I'm at fucking work.
Cagney, cut it out, man.
Yeah, see, he's calling him by name. They way too patient, bro.
Relax.
You fucking.
Just cut it out, dude.
See,
that's what you see, Brandon. 3602 Gramercy Way. Come see me, you.
Nobody's coming to see you, Cagney.
and come see him. They did.
It was good to see you, Cagney.
I agree.
Dog.
I agree with you. You guys all live in 1101, or
no? Just me.
Okay.
He's coming
Don't want
back.
to litter on our property.
I appreciate that. Thank you.
Bro,
You want to go and talk real quick?
this cop was useless. Why did this cop even? He didn't do anything.
Cagney, cut it out, man. Go home.
I don't know if that was the cop calling him by name or the guy filming the.
That was the cop.
That's what I thought too.
That was legit the cop calling him by name.
But like you, way too patient with that guy. It's like, man, come on, like
come on, like go back to the house, like stop embarrassing me.
Like, Cagney, you're ruining my day, man.
Making more work for me, man. Like I'm gonna have to fill out all this fucking paperwork.
I cannot believe he doxed himself though.
Yeah. Come see me. And that they did. So we're going to put the video here of the aftermath. Fast forward to Monday. Over 100 protesters showed up outside his house with, all types of signs and flags and like just protesting his racial slurs. And you know what? He was actually very problematic in the community. There were like other neighbors.
Oh, you don't say.
There were other neighbors that he was harassing that were like people of color, and they started reporting it, and like nothing ever happened. They said that they called the police, and the police didn't do anything, which I believe. I mean, they're obviously on good terms with this dude. So he had been a nuisance and had been like just harassing people, and like he even kicked in this one lady's fucking door and was like harassing her, calling her all kinds of fucking names. Yeah. He was just a terror.
Yeah, fuck that guy. See, people like that, when we talk about like cancel culture, people like that, I'm like, yeah, man, whatever job you have, which I don't know. I didn't know if he got fired from his job or whatever. But like,
surprised
when people like that get fired from their job or lose their scholarship or whatever the fuck, then I'm like, all right.
There's a lot of hate, man. And then you know what? He released a statement. Yeah, and he said,
I'm assuming it wasn't apologetic.
Yeah, well, he did say he was sorry. But he said that the words that were used were not meant to be racial, that the words could be used against any race. And he said that anybody who knows him just knows that he talks like that, and it's not personal.
It sounded very personal.
It sounded hella personal. And, obviously he blamed it on him being drunk and, all of those things. But, like, I would argue that I think that, like, most people's real true colors be coming out when they're drunk.
I don't think he was drunk. I mean, he knew, like, the law to the T. Like, he was able to recite the law. Like,
oh, man.
So I think
But, like, why
fine.
you know the police like that?
You know why.
Come on.
You know why. Those cops been out there, like, probably a bunch of times and, like, this motherfucker.
But they don't do shit. Like, that's insane to me.
I mean,
it takes fucking protesters, and then people were like, he like got out same day when he got arrested the first time, and then he got arrested a second time.
What?
For intimidation and.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Like out on bail? Like, I wonder.
Yeah, he was out on bail. Hold up, I have.
Well, that's probably why. Because
my phone is fucking dead.
I don't understand. That guy just came out bold. That was some of the boldest racism I've ever seen in my life.
People like that are that racist, like it'll blind them, and they don't even care. It's just gonna come out.
I've seen racism like that in Wyoming, but I mean, not calling me names, but
just ignoring my existence.
But like you get treatment where you're like, oh, this is racism.
Yeah,
but it's not like
I've had that experience.
Get out of here, you filthy spick. Like it's nothing like that. You know what I mean?
No.
Know what happened to the last taco eater that was in here?
Shut up.
Nothing like that. But
yeah.
I'm sure.
Now that was crazy, and it's just like everybody be safe out there because there's some crazy ass people out in this world in these streets.
I mean, you never know, man. And
I'm just surprised that he doxed himself. He really thought nobody was going to show up.
In New Jersey?
In New Jersey, no less.
I mean, how many people live in New Jersey? Like 5 million people? I don't even know. What's the population of New Jersey?
Oh God, here we go.
Hey Siri, what's the population of New Jersey?
As of 2016, the population of New Jersey was 8,944,469.
Close.
You were kind of close.
Yeah. So let's call it about like 9 million people.
Yeah.
So 9 million people live in New Jersey, and that guy didn't think, or maybe he did, that nobody was going to show up. What was he going to do?
I don't know. I don't think he really cared. But like that type of awful exists.
That wasn't like that wasn't subtle at all. Like that was like
over and over and over again.
Yeah, like it wasn't like it slipped out. It was just like he meant it. Like he wanted you to, from the bottom of his heart.
Awful.
From the bottom of his heart.
Yeah.
He had to get that off his chest.
He meant everywhere. Oh yeah.
So insane. Why? I got a solution for people like that.
What's up?
Why don't we just move them all to Montana? They fucking love Montana.
Montana?
Yes. White people love Montana. Just move them all there. Everybody wins. Because we're never going to go to Montana, so we're never going to see these people.
Yeah, I've never been like, hey,
You know
I
what I'm
can't
saying?
wait to vacation in Montana.
Yeah, we're not going to see them.
Yeah.
Like, there's no, like, existing brown people there that, you know, got to worry about them.
Yeah, that's true.
You just build a fence.
Man, you just figured out our entire solution.
I literally just cured racism.
Damn.
Everybody's happy.
Yeah. All right.
Hey, vote for me for president. I will fix this shit easily.
Well, thank y'all so much for joining us for today's episode.
That'll be my campaign slogan. Move white people to Montana. I'll be the first president to win 100% of the electoral college. How many I gotta get?
Please. Okay, we're gonna sign off now.
270 to 0. I'll win that shit.
Yep.
Is it 270?
I don't know. Yeah.
Anyway, that's it for today, guys. If you enjoyed this episode, please make sure you like this video. Also, don't forget to subscribe to the channel and turn on notifications so you can be notified every time that we post a new episode. We're going to be shooting for every Thursday now, just because I feel like that is the most...
Ooh, just sprinkle that in like it's not a big piece of news.
Yeah.
Yes, we will be posting every Thursday. Monday was a little bit harsh on our parent lives.
It is. It just didn't work for us, and it wasn't very...
We want to be as reliable as we can for you.
Yeah,
so
that's
Thursday
exactly
is going to be our new posting date, so definitely have that on your calendar. Make sure we're
Yes,
on
sir.
notifications. Follow us on our Instagrams and Twitters. You can find me on Nikki Glamour, at Nikki Glamour on Instagram, and at Nikki_Glamour on Twitter. And of course, you can find our podcast at the His Ex Hers Pod on Instagram and Twitter. And for David, you can find him at...
I'm David Cisneros on Instagram, TikTok, and Twitter. Although I'm not on Twitter right now. I keep saying I'm going to come back. But I'm going to be honest with you, I'm not really in a rush.
Okay. Well,
I'm like dreading it because I know that I got to go back at some point. I'm like, I got to go back.
what is this, a class you need credit for? What do you mean?
Kind of what it feels like. It was just
Okay.
like, I know I got to go back at some point. I know I do. Drew Lock sucks. I don't...
All right, we got to go.
There's no argument there, okay?
We love y'all so much.
He sucks. I
We
don't...
will see y'all next week on Thursday, so make sure.
Wait.
No, God, please, no, no.
All right.
Yeah.
Thank y'all for being here. We love y'all so much, and we will see you next week.
Peace.